All right, so here's my trade review today. I'll just start with what I recently just now traded, and I traded the SPY. I did some scalping, momentum trading into the close. Um, Obviously, SPY was strong all day, but did have some pretty good pullbacks here. Um, but what I noticed was, volume was picking up here into the close, and I'll go backwards here. But so right here, about an hour before the close, I saw volume start to pick up here, and then basically it was breaking. I think it was just breaking high of day, kind of breaking this high and then breaking high of day, and then we did have a pullback. All of this was on increasing volume, and then it made a nice consolidation here. So what I really wanted to do was take the long immediately, but I was just a little late to kind of seeing this movement. Couldn't quite get in, but I would have taken the long right above the $0.50. So I love when the consolidations are kind of in line with a psychological number. So would have gotten in long there, but I got in long here, kind of a half-hour position, and then went long, and then it pulled back. Felt it holding here on the tape, so I got in another portion. So now I was at 1R risk, with about, my break even was right here, but I was still risking down here. And then noticed it was about to break this, saw a lot of volume coming in, so I got in really heavy, almost like another R, maybe R and a half. So I was in really heavy here, but the only reason I was because I was averaged in with this. Had this kind of started to fall back quickly, I would have gotten out really quickly. So this worked out really well. Was in really heavy, got up to sort of the high of the new high of the day here, which was the whole dollar 444. So I partialed 25% and then 10% up here. It pulled back, made a doji. Really watched it. Felt like if it was going to hold anywhere, it was going to hold on this break of high of day, pull back, retest. So I added in pretty heavy again. Partialed quite a bit right here at the 44.30. There was a bunch of asks. And then, every minute that went by, volume just got heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. So you can see here how volume just gets up more and more and more. Initially, when I got in here and it broke 444, I was honestly thinking it was going to hit 445. There was an ask up there. I just thought, hey, we got all this volume, maybe it'll just go up there. But yesterday's high was 444.75. Oh no, actually it was 444.85. So, but watching it here, doing this, felt a lot of fighting here. I just felt like I was gonna just try and get most of my position done around this 44.30, which is what I did. And then it kept going. I got a little FOMO there, and then I got a nice short here, which I like because I played this 44.30, the fail of it, which took me right down to 444. Got some really good partials, and then kind of fought it a bit right here. But overall, I got a really nice trade right here, and then a really nice trade right here. Um, so what I also traded was Snap. Fought it a bit much though. Bigger idea was the high a day break, or no, the daily breakout / all-time high breakout. So this was a bit trickier because you did have this move up, this indecision. Normally you'd have this yesterday's high as the break, which would be at the whole dollar of 80, which is perfect, amazing. However, you did have this high, all-time high up here closer to 81. So you sort of had two different levels that I was dealing with, and I was a little impatient. You can see here, $80 psychological level did keep pushing it back down, and then it held between all-time high and the psychological 80, yesterday's high. So right here would have been, this was the time where I felt really bullish. I just was wasting a lot of energy on it, but basically didn't trade it correctly, wasn't patient. However, once it broke $81 with volume, see the VPA coming in, right here is my super conviction trade. So I got in really heavy, really quick, and then it moved in the direction that I thought it would, which is long. Then got in even heavier here. Probably shouldn't have partialed twice here, but got a good move out of it all the way up to almost 82.50. So I got almost $1.50 out of it. mRNA, got the nice short off this yesterday. Basically, it made a nice move up. 450 right here, you can see compressed, boom, broke through 450 with volume, came down, retested it perfectly, made another move up. So 450 to me was the level to play around. Today, price opened underneath, but then got above, but then got back underneath. And so that kind of multiple, getting through it multiple times, that last time that it got back under, I thought, okay, this is short. So, and I'll show you here what it did. Starts underneath, gets above, so maybe it's continuing above 450. Nope, gets back under, and then you got the continuation down. I didn't trade it here, but I really liked it here. Maybe someone tried it here. Then it made a nice range. Had I been more short bias, I would have totally gotten in here, 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 and then partialed here and maybe added in. But anyways, this is where I finally started getting in for the break, low of day break of this range. Overall idea that 450 failed. This is the ATR. The stock can move a lot more than just here to here. So then I got short, partialed, added in, got a really nice move here. Was kind of mentally exhausted from snap, so I just got all out here. But did feel like it could go further. I wasn't sure how far, but this is pretty cool. Look, it moved almost a full ATR here, almost to the 430 psychological number. So I missed out on $4 or $5 there. QS, really missed out on this. Same thing. I like these daily breakouts. However, we had a really big break yesterday, so for it to continue breaking was a bit more difficult. We had the high of yesterday, which was 2760, and you also had the psychological number 28. But then you also had these levels from yesterday. So there's just too many levels. There was high of day, but then there was also the value range here. But anyways, I think what I noticed was that price went down, held this support here, super high R-vol still. We had like 350%, which tells me this thing wants to move more. Definitely tried to get in right here. I actually, right here started going up. I put in a limit order, and then I just clicked it away, missed it. But had I put it in, it would have filled me here, and it would have got this move up here. I'm really bummed about that, but I did get a quick scalp. It pulled back to this whole $1.28. I got in, risking just under 28, partialed and got all out right here, but lost a little bit right here. So this was a bit more chasey, not the A+ setup. I'm okay with this, knowing I'm going to get all out right away, but this was my main A+ trade here. Sava, thought it was holding yesterday's high, pulled back, got in long, flushed down, but then it did eventually hold it again, and then made a pretty decent move up. Hood I tried. This was not a good trade. I'm not even going to go over that. Twitter I didn't trade, but I love this. What I noticed was yesterday had some good RVOL, then had breaking news about adding Bitcoin as a tip payment for content creators. So right here, yesterday, boom, volume breakout, some continuation volume, closed at high of day yesterday. So yeah, we had breaking news right at this 65.50, and price closed at high of day, and then the following day, overnight, we had negative news about China saying Bitcoin is legal. So then that brought price down, and then it made a nice reversal off of that same starting point. And I think this would have been a good entry here or here. Basically, I think it was a very good sort of like short-term pullback entry area. And so I think that's all I got for these trades.